Hi. I'm Ben Fertosky. I play trumpet in Skaravan.
All right, and I am Ivo Del Canto, and I play bass guitar with Skaravan.
I'm Felipe Guerra, and I'm the guitar player and singer of Skaravan. And this is another episode of the Sit Down Podcast.
Nice.
Perfect. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Sit Down Podcast. Before we dive right into it here,
Make sure you like and subscribe.
absolutely.
That's what you want to say, right?
I did. I almost, take her away, bud. Hit the
Gotcha.
bell notification, all that kind of stuff. We do have another program that comes out on Thursdays as well. So if you guys could please to be tuning into that as well, that'd be lovely. Gentlemen, welcome to Bellevue, Saskatchewan. What an
Thank
honor
you
to
very
have you
much.
guys here, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hell
Thanks for
yeah.
having us.
So this is, what is it, 3/7 of Skaravan, or are you 8 members?
Oh, 3 out of 7. Yeah, 3 out of 7, yes.
3 out of 7.
Seven members.
Plus one in reserve.
Plus
Kind
1
of-
in reserve,
kind
yes.
of technically,
Yes, plus a
yeah.
So
backup.
7.5?
Yeah, 7.5. Let's say 7.5. There was a point where we got to be almost
11.
12 or 11.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That was before COVID.
How do you manage that?
We couldn't. That's what
You
we're
don't-
saying.
Well, when the band's that big, I mean, we would typically have regular rehearsals, but there's usually, at any rehearsal, there's 1 to 2 members that can't make it. So they'll be kind of like, rehearsing with most people one day and then with the other people the other day. But it was fun. It was nice, big sound. In those days, we had full percussion.
Yeah, we did.
and-
Timbales and congas and everything.
Yeah, so we've kind of been trying to keep that same kind of vibe and sound with a little bit less, so the drummer kind of takes on a little more of the percussion aspects combined with the drum set. So with some of those rhythms, some of the Latin rhythms we like to do. Yeah.
Nice.
Freaking A. How long has Skaravan, how long have you guys been around?
I started the band in 2015.
Okay.
2015, that's when I got the first musicians together. And we started gigging in 2016. So I guess since then. And since then, the only ones left, like from the original group, is me and Mike. That's and Ivo joined later, but from the original group, it was just me and Mike, which is the trombone player. Yeah. Everybody else is new.
Everyone else is expendable.
It was kind of funny because, I don't know, I think you guys were playing together for about a year or so. And I was friends with a bunch of people in the band. And I would come hang out, and then, like, a couple of rehearsals, the bass player just didn't show up. So I just started playing bass.
Let's call it not showing up, but it was more than not showing up. But yeah,
Is it drunk in a ditch somewhere?
drunk and this right here. Don't do it at home. Don't do it at home.
What were we saying? The views and opinions of the artists on this show do not reflect Mark and my opinions here. No,
But
just kidding.
don't drink and drive.
Yeah, don't drink and drive.
Don't drink it.
Hell yeah. So what, may I ask, what's the inspiration to start the band? Like, how did Skaravan start? What made you start the band?
There was at the end, at that time, I didn't know about, Mini Vandal didn't exist. It was Mr. Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Fire had just broken up in,
Yeah.
2014, a year ago. And then at the same time, I would have been forming Mini Vandal in 2015.
Yeah, so I wanted to listen to the type of music that we play right now, and there was no band.
Right.
Man. So I would go on the internet, looking for shows and stuff. Be like, oh, this is a great high beat band, and I would go there, and it was just like, no offense, indie band, and I was like, oh my god, man, I want the pump, I want the pump. And I never found it, so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna start a band that does that.
Yep, absolutely.
And that's basically how the motivation that the music I wanted to hear was not in the scene.
Freaking right.
Is the reason that Ben is in the band now, does that have anything to do with vehicles?
What?
Honestly, like
minivan-doll.
Well, yeah.
statistically,
Skaravan.
it is crazy that having Saskatchewan gone from almost like hardly any ska bands, if then, to two with van pun names.
Yeah.
in,
Oh,
like-
because of the caravan thing
Yes,
and the
yeah,
minivan.
yeah.
Okay.
we didn't know each other. It was two totally independent trains of thought there.
Yeah.
But-
No, we didn't know.
Honestly, the horn section has always been like a prominent part of the band, and Mike being trombone was kind of in from the beginning, but trumpet has always been, you know, one of the ideal instruments to have in that style of music that really cuts through. And
Yeah.
so we've had, you know, different sax players as well.
Yeah.
Right now Michelle plays alto sax with us, so we have
I used to play sax before in the band.
Oh, snap.
Ah.
Yeah. And now
What
it's
don't
Michelle.
What don't you play?
Because now I'm playing guitar.
Yeah, that is a
And-
good question. What don't you play?
Yeah.
Oh, what
Is
don't
it-
I play?
yeah.
Oh, like, oh well.
Well, you know, we did kind of try to shuffle things a little bit, like in different parts or in periods. You know, I've been on guitar as well.
Yeah, he used to
We-
play like lead guitar, and we had another. That's the time
But,
when we had like 11 people in the
But
band.
we were trying to find, you know, a bass player to kind of to take over my job, and then I was going to hop on guitar, and then he was going to hop on. Felipe was going to hop
Back
on sax,
yeah.
including this big bad Barry sax that he
Yeah.
has.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I used to play the baritone.
Forgot about
Holy
that.
shit.
Remember?
But-
I used to play with you in Minivan though for one show.
Oh yeah,
with-
that's right. We did do a
Yeah.
show with that.
Yeah.
Sat in on a song with us.
But it's you know, somewhat complicated. I mean, my style of bass playing has kind of become part of the sound, so we haven't really found like the right fit for a person to just come in and
Yeah, that's the thing.
take over.
Yeah.
'Cause
So then
it's-
he stayed in the bass, and I jumped on guitar. And at the end, it was like more of a problem to replace him on the bass. So we're like, let's just do it like that. And we have a sax player already. You know, we have a trombone, we have trumpet.
But
Yeah.
that's not to say that we're not known to shuffle things around sometimes. Like, it's foreseeable that, you know, that we might do some songs where Felipe plays bass and I play guitar, or he plays sax. And, you know, we do little musical chairs. We've had to do that as well for different venues that were too small for all of us to fit on stage. We had to cover everyone with oil to basically fit on
Get everybody in there. Hell yeah. You got some of that oil from Diddy.
Yeah.
Oh, don't.
Don't start.
But yeah, going back to the first question, like we didn't know each other until later.
Yeah.
Until you started Minivando, and I started going to his shows, and then he started coming to all of our shows. And that's
Yeah.
I distinctly remember going to a show. I think actually maybe even I might have been talking to Earl, saying like, "Hey, you got to go check these guys out." So I went with my now wife to see Felipe
yeah.
play,
Yeah.
and was like, I remember being blown away at the time. I was like, "Oh my god, there's like another band playing ska that is doing it extremely well," and like I feel super energized and exhilarated. Like I just never.
Yeah.
It's hard to come by that sometimes. Definitely around here, like in terms of like genre fit or whatever.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. Yeah.
not a lot of
Well-
ska bands touring through here.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, when I saw Mini Vandal too, I was quite blown away. I thought these
Yeah.
guys were tight and
These guys were
groovy.
tight.
And yeah, so you know there was like us two, and then the Steadies, and then I don't know who else in town is playing ska, but the thing about Saskatchewan and Saskatoon that I found too is like when I was younger, I wanted to play, you know, Latin music, but there just wasn't the scene or people around for that. And so, you know, I left for a while, lived in Edmonton, lived in Toronto. Family's all here, so I ended up coming back. But what we kind of found is that, you know, in places this size, it's kind of like if you want a scene, you have to just build it. So
Yep.
that's kind of what we just set out to do, and we've just kept it going. It's been a thing that we a defining thing, I think, of all of our personalities, and something that's kind of important to all of us in terms of our personal life, and you know, something that gives us all purpose and something to strive for. So that's been really great.
Very
Hell
cool.
yeah.
And shout out to Earl, because
Yeah, Errol.
He brought people
Shout
together.
out, man.
Errol.
He was-
Shout out to
he-
Errol, man. Like,
He's also the reason why Moose Fest started.
That's right. If it wasn't for Earl, Moose Fest
there you go.
wouldn't
No,
exist.
Errol helped us a lot. Well, yeah, when I started like the first gigs, like he helped me a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
dude,
to
he's
get up.
a-
And Errol and Oro Fuentes. Oro Fuentes also
Oh,
like
yeah.
helped me a lot, man. A lot to get gigs and get like connections and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to you, both of you, beauties.
Hell yeah.
Everybody singing with me here. We say, got no money, got no bed. Got no money, got no bed. Alright, I just got paid, but the man just went ahead and took it. Whoa. I just got paid, but the man just went ahead and took it. Everybody says, got no money, got no bed. Got no money, got no bed. And I look in the bar, I look in the park, and I feel lost. No one's trying to get it back. I can tell you that the man is gonna get you. Hey, no matter, I look in the park, I look in the bar, and I feel lost. No one's gonna get it back. I can tell you that the man is gonna get you. Hey, no matter what, got no money, got no pay. Got no money, got no pay. Give me some reggae here, Evo, when we say no money, no pay. Gotta get a loan from my daddy. No money, no pay. I feel stuck, I can't get up. No money, no pay. I gotta get a loan from my mommy. No money, no pay. Hey, ragamuffin. I get up in the morning, I got nothing for the evening. I get up in the morning, yo me voy a trabajar. Get up in the morning, I got nothing for the evening. I get up in the morning, yo me voy a trabajar. Got no money, got no pay. I'm never gonna get it back. Got no money, got no pay. Take it over in the trumpet band. The trumpet, the trumpet. Well, give it, keep it going, man. And here we say, got no money, got no bed. Got no money, got no bed. Boy, got no money, got no bed. Got no money, got no bed. Got no money, got no bed. Oh, got no money, got no bed. Oh, lo, lo, lo.
Being a ska band, how is it in like being a ska band in Saskatchewan? For like, do you find it difficult booking shows throughout the province? Like, do you find it easier to go to Alberta and book a show there, or Manitoba,
Not-
or is it like there's enough venues here to kind of
Not anymore, because we played everywhere, like all the venues. But so here's the thing, because like I don't know, like the style that we play Skaravan is completely different than the style that Mini Vandal
Right.
used to play, and the style that Arrow plays is completely different. It's like a different.
Yep.
So I characterize it more as a party band, just because we're so engaging, like on with crowd engaging and stuff, and it's just like just hype everybody up, man.
Dude, I totally get it. I was even telling you when you were performing the music here today, I was like, dude, I love it how like you're even engaging with the camera as if there's like a
I'm so
room full
used
of
to
people
it.
here,
Yeah,
dude.
it
It's
just
like,
happens.
yeah, man, I freaking love it. I
Yeah.
don't know if we've had any artists do that. It's usually like we basically tell them it's up to you if you want to look at the camera or
Yeah.
not. Like, just be comfortable.
Yeah.
And dude, I thought you guys were great
Yeah.
Thanks,
here
man.
today
Yeah.
But
It was a challenge for me mixing the audio.
for mixing it.
But yeah.
the other thing too, I guess, is we're a little bit of a fusion band, right? Like,
Well, yeah, we have punk, Latin, ska, reggae,
Yeah.
and we create like our set list. We always created like to be a party, basically, like just like boom, like.
Hell yeah.
So, I think that's the reason why it's not hard to book. Because if I say we're ska band, people think immediately of Real Big Fish, of Mighty Mighty Boston's, and we play nothing like that.
Yeah.
We don't even have a single song by them. So if I say ska band, that's what they think. If I say we are a party band, it's different, right?
Yeah.
And
100%.
having been in the scene for a long time playing ska, I would say, and recently joining the band, one of the things that definitely sets it apart is that Latin element, particularly with you singing in Spanish in a lot of songs.
Yeah.
I think that like there's also, there's a Latino community here, which we can engage.
Yeah.
that's true.
Which you can't really, you can't do with, I guess, other styles of ska necessarily. So you've kind of got
absolutely,
that. You almost have that like built-in scene that helps, and you can, like, there is a community in most places like that throughout Canada that you can engage. Like, you guys just did what in Banff a little while ago.
Yeah, and it was full of Latin people.
Oh, yeah.
It's great. Yeah, it was good times. Yeah, but yes, that is true, completely true.
Yeah.
So we have like a different niche than the normal, the usual ska.
Absolutely.
Band,
That was making me think too, like, I'm freaking terrible at genres, especially like if we're like organizing Moose Fest or whatever, and you've got like, news reporters at, well, what genres can we expect there? I'm just like, I don't know, man. It's just great music, dude.
Genres
like,
are
whatever,
genres are for squares.
I agree.
That's right.
I agree. I am so bad at it because it's like, I'm not looking at like country music or rock and roll or metal. I don't think of it that way. It's more of like the feeling that the art is putting inside of me and the emotion that I'm feeling when I'm resonating with it. Like that's what draws me to it.
Our not last Moose Fest, but the Moose Fest before, our headliner was Caitlin Lehner, country, but 2 bands before that was Green Wing, punk band. So it's
all over the place. It's just like people that we're fans of, right?
It's basically whatever we like goes on stage.
Friends of ours, and
Nice.
absolutely. May I ask? So I'm just speculating.
Chile, that's where it's
Chile.
from.
I was gonna say you are not born and raised in Saskatchewan, right?
It's because of my looks. No.
From
I'm from South America, originally from Chile. I've been in Canada since 2008.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm a Canadian now, actually.
Hey-o. Well, welcome.
Canada.
Well, yeah.
I was also born in Chile, but came a very long time ago as a baby with my parents. So, and
Are you Canadian?
No, he's not.
Well,
Nah,
I
he is.
do have my citizenship, Canadian citizenship. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I was born there, and I have a brother also who was born here. So,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean the Chilean roots are something that I think is important that we all kind of want to hang on to. So, like we celebrate with the community and throw parties. Like we had
We also had a great
had-
party, a
we had a
Chilean
little
party.
with
It
that
was
we
great,
DJ'd,
full of Chileans.
um,
Everybody drunk.
so that's really cool. But in the music as well, like a lot of our songs and the originals too, you can tell has a lot of influence from Chilean folk music. So that kind of combined with some like cumbia, really groovy, dancey stuff, and some
Wait, cumbia?
Yeah, it's like a Latin rhythm. So
yeah.
Oh.
We haven't played today, but we play like it's
I don't know if I've ever heard that word before.
Probably
I'm thinking
not.
kumbaya,
Probably not.
and
No,
I'm like,
no.
no.
Come to a Skaravan.
Hey, wait a
show.
minute. Where did you immigrate from?
Holland.
Holland.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
He got the cheat card and married a Canadian. And that's how he got in here so quick. The sneaky devil, man. I know. I bug him about it all the time. Have you guys? When's the last time you guys were able to go back to? Like, do you go back to Chile at all?
Well,
See
we
family,
actually
anything?
toured Chile in 2018.
That's kind of where I
Summer
was getting at.
2018,
Have you?
Yeah, we toured. It was awesome, man.
Well,
it was
and
awesome.
ska is huge
Yeah,
there.
so the vibe was completely different. It's
It was a marathon though. It was because one of the things that I guess was a little bit of culture shock for us is that you know, the clubs with live music playing, they didn't open till midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Sometimes
you
we
know,
were playing at 3 in the morning. Man. So
Yep.
you guys are on at 3 in the morning. Oh my god.
yeah.
Chugging
But
out
then-
rock stars.
I had to
then-
get used to that too here.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. But the crowds were lit. Holy crap. People just bouncing off the walls. We had to peel people off the ceiling. It was great.
Hell
It was
yeah.
great. It was like completely different than the scene here. Canadians are more chill, you know? Are more
Too chill,
man.
I think.
Too chill, man, yeah. Unless they're wasted. Once they're wasted, then they get going, right? But if you are like one of those bands that are playing at the beginning and they're still like sober and they're just like head bobbing at you.
Yeah.
Over there is different. It's like everybody, they take their shirts off and it's like, let's go. And start going.
But
It's crazy, man.
That's one of the great things about Felipe being a front man, though, is that
Does he
you
take
know,
his shirt off?
well, he won't.
Oh, you would like to.
He won't stand for people, you know, sitting down in the front, bobbing their heads.
He
He'll
will not.
He'll be like, all right, we didn't come here to have you guys sit down, so
like
you
a
guys
lazy
in the
crowd."
back, you know,
We don't.
Yes.
like a
you
lazy
know,
crowd.
well, come on out to the dance floor, you know, and just engage everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know,
And people get going, man. When you engage them and you kind of like give them permission to
Yes.
do and go nuts, and they engage.
It most
Yeah.
definitely does work. I've been in many of audience, and you know, as a spectator, sometimes it's from this side of it, right? It is a little nerve-wracking sometimes. Like if I'm this far from the stage, and you know, we can definitely lock eyes and we can see each other and everything, and like the spectator doesn't want to make an ass out of themselves or anything, but still, that's why you're getting the head movement stuff. But then when somebody in the group gives you that permission to like just be free, man, just let it go. Yes, I totally get it. I've been in that position before where
That's
you're
what
just
we do,
nervous
man.
there
It's like,
and no
let's
shit.
go, man. Let's
Well,
go.
yeah, it makes a difference when a few people come out at once rather than because no one wants to be the first person on
Yep.
the dance floor and be the only person moving around and being like, are people looking at me? Or
Except my daughter. She just, when we go to festivals, she's by herself up front,
front.
and
Oh,
dancing. She doesn't
How old is
give
she?
two shits. Now she's 13 now, but
Oh,
she
Yeah.
started
that's
doing
great.
that when she was
That's
11.
great. Well, here's the things that like we feed out of the energy of people, man. So
Yep.
were you seeing like our show? Well, I don't know if you guys have ever seen our show, but it's very energetic, just like what we did here. And we do that, and we get everybody engaging and like, singing with us, and we do that all the time because it's like a ping pong of energy. So the more they engage with us, the more energetic we get, right? And you feel that, man.
Yeah.
And the better the performance gets.
Yeah.
Yes,
Absolutely.
sir.
We do a little bit of coordinated horn moves sometimes as well, which people love. What was it that? It still blows my mind. Like every time we do this, like kind of, I don't know, honestly, kind of goofy little like spin.
With Cura Marijuana, like on that.
One of our songs.
One of our songs.
Everyone goes nuts for it. It's like, it blows my mind every time. It's like, yes.
This one is called Dear Happiness. It's about the grind to grind, day to day. Let's see, in life. We're gonna start singing all together. We say, lo, 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 Every day of my life I dedicate looking every corner, couch and every bar. But you seem so far away, I can only get a glimpse. So I would be to find you by my side. Every day of my life I dedicated to find what people are always trying to find. What would I do without hope? This is heartless, I know, my dear happiness. Will you please come along? Everybody in their houses now say, go with us. Come on, we say, hey, 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 hey. Are you ready, man? We say 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, holy. We go 8 hours a day. I look everywhere for her, spending money and time on my own. And then he told me, friend, you ain't gonna find her there. She's been lost long ago. 1, 2, 3, go. Begins and what I'm supposed to do, hang out with my friends and spend my days, get a hold of my life, creating, drinking, dancing ska. So here we go, my friends, cheers for life. Alright, this thing is hard with the feet here, man. Every day of my life I dedicated to find what people are always trying to find. What would I do without hope? This is unless I know, my dear happiness. Will you please come along? Alright, focus on Ben. He's gonna do a little solo here for us, right? Give it. Here we go! Alright, man, say 8 hours a day. I look everywhere for her, and money and time on my own. And then he told me, friend, you ain't gonna find her there. She's been lost long ago. One more time, 1, 2, 3, let's go. Alright, man. That wasn't too bad. You have to be able to put out a lot of energy too out there, right?
Yeah, especially if you're playing at 3 o'clock in the morning. You gotta have that energy. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
A case of Red Bull and
I was jogging Red Bulls and I was, oh my god.
You have
3 in
to-
the morning. You're supposed to be in bed, man.
You have to watch that. I'm learning as you're getting older, because I do remember we played on the Ness Creek main stage. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. And there was what song was it? It was maybe the Manu Chao set.
Yeah.
We did. I just spontaneously decided, you know what, I'm gonna just do like a bunch of like knee-high jumps for this song in time with the bass drum, and I did that for like 30 seconds. And I was
That's fast. That's fast. Man. That's really fast.
I had to walk over back to my spot, and then I was like trying to. I don't even think I could start the other song. Then I did try to start the other song. I swallowed a bug and was like, oh god. It's couldn't be going any worse right
Ness
now.
Creek was great, man. Ness Creek was great. And you know what? Like we had like a spot. We were like opening up, kind of like the night thing, right? What time was it? Like
I think
9?
we did a 10. I think it was
10?
I think it was a 10 o'clock slot.
10 o'clock. And we got on stage, you know, and there was like nobody there. Everybody eating and whatnot, right? And it was a Thursday too, so we were like opening kind of like that.
Right.
And we just started playing. We just started calling everybody, you know, everybody to the dance floor or whatnot. And it just got packed.
That crowd was
Hell
nuts.
yes. Crowd was nuts,
Yeah.
man. And everybody was engaging with us, and like, oh, it was great.
What did they? Someone said like, and I kind of zone out when I'm playing. Like I know I can see the audience there, but I'm not really paying attention to what's
Yeah.
going on. But someone said that we had actually like started a mosh pit somehow.
Yeah, I saw
at,
it there.
at
There was a
Ness,
mosh
which
pit
like does
on
not
Thursday.
happen hardly ever
On Thursday,
there,
and the
but yeah.
first band.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it was
Would you guys be like the first Saskatchewan band that implemented a mosh pit?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think like
I don't know, but it
people
was-
that I was talking to said that they hadn't seen anything like that
Like that?
before at Ness. So
Well,
Yeah,
you
we
heard it here
riled.
first, guys.
Well,
Quite
look, we did
alright.
3 songs, and you were like, "Oh, damn, I'm amped up now."
Well, yeah, dude, I
Lying a
needed
whole show,
I
man.
needed a break after that. Woo, getting a little
the-
hot and sweaty.
The mosh pit stuff is kind of like we just sneak it up on you. You know, it'll be like, you know, not till the very end of a song where everything just picks up, you know, double time and we just go
Yeah, we
hard
go
for the
punk
last,
and stuff like that.
and
Yeah.
then that's where, you know, the shirts come off. And
Yeah.
actually in Chile there was like
man.
tons of mosh pits and stuff like that too.
Yeah. Tons.
Crowds
People
were
taking
just
their shit.
nuts. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love it.
Crazy, man.
I
It's
freaking
insane.
love it.
Yeah.
So where, like, I'm curious now that I'm getting to know you guys a little bit more. Like, what do you guys have exciting that's coming up in like 2025? Like moving into the new year, like what kind of shows do you guys have like that
Well,
are booked right now?
We still have a few months in
2025, nothing yet, man.
Right.
But
Are
the
moving
plan,
in, moving
what the
into
plan is.
20
we have
yeah.
lots of stuff
We
ready
have-
for 2025.
yeah. Every week, man. Every
Every week.
weekend.
We have a few things like we want to work on our full recording of our, you know, full album
Yeah.
release.
yeah,
So there's that, as well as we want to do a proper tour of
Western
Canada.
Canada.
You know, start Western Canada and then maybe later do Eastern Canada. But we haven't really gone across the country yet, so I think that's an important thing for us to make a presence there. Even though we've done gigs, you know, kind of like, you know, we've gone to Banff and you know, we've played some festivals and whatnot. But we really want to do a proper tour.
Tour.
Hit all the little
Yeah. So
places on
Next
the way.
year
You
will
know.
be like, yeah, so Western Canada all the way to Vancouver type of stuff. And I would like to go back to South America, hopefully in 2026. 2026, yeah, 2026. So it'll be like, yeah, January or February. And I would love to do Argentina, Brazil, and Chile.
Hell
So
yes.
that's, I know I can book it, but I want to be like, I want to do Canada first because like we haven't toured Canada, man. We just played around here. The farthest that we've been to is Banff. That's it.
Okay.
So we want to get to BC and all that. And I'm pretty sure people love it there.
Have you played in PA?
Are we playing PA?
Almost.
Oh, it rained. We were gonna play for Canada Day, and it rained, and it got canceled. Well, we still got paid though, but it got canceled.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's one of the shout outs to the union. You know, we just played a gala for the musicians union.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Last week.
Yeah, so you know they are great supporters of music, being that you know they kind of have your back, you know, in terms of negotiations and things like that. There's contracts and whatnot, and,
Yeah.
and you know, and rain or shine, yeah, you know, a thing gets rained out. It's unfortunate, you know, like we wanted to play as well, and you know, no one wants to pay for
Yeah.
someone not playing, but that's kind of the risk you take
Yep.
with that kind of thing.
And we played Tapestrama. That was in PA. It's like a cultural
Oh, yeah.
festival called
That was
Tapestrama.
that was not that long ago. Or was that last year?
No. We played before COVID, I think. it
Oh,
was.
okay.
Yeah, it was before COVID.
Okay.
Like we played in Tapestrama. By the way, like right before COVID, we had everything booked like to go on a Western Canada tour, and then COVID hit and we had to cancel everything. Man. That was unfortunate.
No doubt.
That
the-
sucked.
The COVID music apocalypse.
So that's what we want
Yeah.
to retake now, right? Like to
Yeah.
Now we can do it.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
let's get it going,
Hell
man.
Yeah.
What's nice is you still have all those contacts, so you can be like, "Hey, remember us? We were booked to come play here."
Yeah. Well,
Back in
actually,
2019
Earl
or
is the
whatever.
one that was hooking me up with all that stuff.
Friggin'
By the
right.
way,
Yeah.
Kudos, man. Again.
Hell yeah! I think
Yeah.
we should dedicate this episode to Earl, baby.
Pereira.
Earl Pereira, we love you, buddy. Hell yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that that album that you're working on, is that the first album?
That will be the first album, yeah.
Really?
And we were just talking about it on the car there,
Yeah.
because we want to do it in a special. I want to do it in a special way that it's not like, I don't want it to be too, what would you call it? Like clean? No.
Yeah, well, you emphasized on the car ride on the way here, like really wanting to try to capture the live energy of what we were doing.
Yeah.
So finding a way to, I think, record it like in studio, but capture that somehow.
Yeah, like
Well,
make it sound like almost
that's-
like if you're listening to the show, right?
Yeah.
Because
That's one of the, things with different recording techniques, because, depending on the studio, sometimes a lot of instruments will record their parts
Individually,
separately,
yep. Yeah,
and listen to the recording of the back line, or the rhythm section, and play along to that. And that's great. I mean, that's a great way to have everything really clean and tidy and whatnot. But sometimes, you lose a little bit of the chemistry and the energy of everyone, being in the same room, having to look at each other. So I think what we might try doing is kind of a hybrid of recording of where we're kind of playing everything live as if we were performing a show, but some of the instruments being isolated in different rooms, and maybe having like some kind of like FaceTime or windows or just acoustic barriers. Maybe there'll be a little bit of bleed with some of the microphones and instruments.
it doesn't matter, right? Like I don't want it to sound perfect. That's the thing. Like I don't want it to sound like clean and perfect.
So
No, I want it to be like
So you need to find
raw.
raw. Like you
As
listen
raw,
to
yeah.
it and you feel like you're there in our show.
So
instead
you
of-
need to find a studio that has room for all
exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. But first, we need to write. We got many more songs to write.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, technically we have kind of sort of like a EP sort of that we had.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then actually that music we just have on our website you can listen to
Yeah.
for free.
Yeah.
If you just go, Skaravan.ca, and then under music, it's got, some of that stuff. We also have a video on there that we recorded in Chile for Got No Money, Got No Beer.
That's a good video. That is just, you guys should watch it.
That was a lot.
That is
I
a-
saw
that
the
was a
video
lot
on
of
your
fun.
homepage that is kind of a mashup of all the
Oh yeah,
live
we just
performances
made
you've
that
done.
one, but like he's talking about like that song,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
made a video for it, and we made it in Chile when we were on tour.
Uh-huh.
Actually,
we had some great some of the video producers had a lot of really good creative input, and so it made the whole video a story that you can follow.
Yeah.
It's super
cool.
good. You guys should
You know,
watch it. It's super
rather
good.
than just being clips of us playing here and there, they really went all out with props and kind of concepts of us, being at a party and then waking up all hungover,
Yes.
everyone's-
It was
you know,
it's
and
super fun, man.
and then
And we were hungover, by the way.
yeah, we
That
didn't
wasn't acted.
yeah, there wasn't a lot of acting that had to go into that part. Yeah.
Do you guys think that you would do like more video shoots for the songs on the album that you guys are planning?
like videos.
Yeah, like
itself,
music videos.
yeah, probably.
Definitely
Yeah,
there'll
yeah.
be, yeah.
Depending, like, if we find the right, it's just that I've recorded videos with other people here, and I did not like it.
Yeah.
I did not like it. I didn't like the artistry of it, or yeah. But when we did this thing in Chile, oh man, it was just like he said, like you can follow a story of it, and it's funny, man. And it's like it's funny
Yeah.
to watch, and it's like
Yep.
engaging with like whoever is watching, and it was like so good. So if I get to find someone that can produce like that, and guide you, because this person, she was guiding us and everything, man. Like, you'll be like, okay, on this, you're gonna move your toes like this.
Yeah.
I swear to God, right?
Yeah,
Or
just
you're gonna
directing
make
it,
this
yeah.
face. And she was guiding everything, and she had a script. It was awesome. So if we can find something like that in here, yes.
Dancers doing
We got dancers
choreography,
too, choreography.
and
Yeah.
then, just props, all kinds of like the scene at the end where
Yeah.
everything kicks up and then there's confetti flying around.
Yeah,
Hell
man.
yeah.
And she mashed up like live like footage,
Yeah.
of us, like in the video itself and stuff. It was
Freaking
great.
A,
It was
man.
great, man. Like, no, if I find something like that, in Saskatoon, yes, definitely.
Well, the reason I was asking is you were talking about how like that video's got a story throughout it of like the party and then waking up hungover next day and everything. And it actually reminded me, not a ska band, but there was a band back in the 90s called K7. Do you guys remember? Do you know or remember who they were?
I don't think so.
So they had
K7?
K7, like the
You're
letter
way
K7.
older than they are.
I suppose I am. But do you ever hear a song called Come Baby Come?
Yes.
It's like, come baby, come
Yes.
baby, come.
Oh,
You gotta give me love. Those guys.
Yeah,
So
I
they
know
had
that
a
song.
series of videos. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them. Come Baby Come was one of them, maybe the first one. But it was like a series. So the next video would pick up where the last video left off, and it would just continue on. So it's
that's
like
cool.
one big long
That's really
story.
cool. Yeah,
I was
yeah.
going to say, if you're going to do multiple videos, I would
Yeah.
recommend doing something like that. I don't see that anymore. They're
Yeah.
the only ones I know who've done that.
Yeah.
I'm sure
then-
others have, but
And then in the sequence of the album.
yeah, you
Oh,
could
really?
do that. Like take the
Yeah.
first 4 tracks of the album and then have like a little mini story going
That's
into
cool.
it.
That is a
Perhaps,
good- that is
maybe.
a great
It's not a
idea,
bad
actually.
one.
No,
I just
that's a
I don't
great
see
idea.
it very
And
often.
if you stitch
Yeah.
them all together, you can sell it to Netflix.
yeah, there you go. You got a little mini
Caravan
series.
movie.
Hell yeah. Freaking
Yeah,
right.
no, absolutely. But yeah, definitely planning to do more videos. But we're more focused on the
live
music right now. the
Yeah,
live.
absolutely.
I'm focused on getting that live sound. Like
I get
that
it, man.
Feels like the energy. Like when we play, right? It's like you feel the energy when we
Yeah.
play. I want that to be felt when people listen to our MP3 or whatever. you know?
Yes. Absolutely.
It happens so many times when that you see this band, right? And they're amazing live, and then you buy the CD and whatever you listen
It's all
on,
dead.
and it's like, oh my god,
Yep.
it's like, what is this? It's boring, right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
It happens so many times.
Yep.
I don't want that to happen.
We talk about that frequently
Yeah.
on the program here. Like we're always saying how like when we go to live shows, we're not going to hear what we just heard on the album on the drive in.
No.
Yeah.
I'm coming here for the live I want you
Yeah.
to mess up on
Yeah.
stage, but I want you to recover from it and keep going. Like
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
And make
and,
it fun.
and
Or
yeah,
just
and
play
have fun with
play it a
it.
tiny bit different than the
Exactly.
recording.
Yeah.
Embellish it with the
Yeah,
emotion
exactly,
of
right.
the
Yep.
moment.
Yeah.
Hit
exactly.
different notes at different times. You know, just
Yeah,
change
yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
make it unique.
I
and-
want that magic to be projected like on our MP3s, you
Yeah,
know, with a
yeah.
good sound, like a
Yeah.
good sound. And
So, we're not totally sure of the final process. We might even do some experimenting and try recording, a couple songs one way, a couple songs another way, which even, brings to mind like a conversation that we haven't totally had yet, but kind of about, bands releasing albums and whatnot. And, albums used to kind of be the norm. You buy a record or a CD and it would have, X amount of tunes on it. But the industry's changed somewhat, now with like streaming services, Spotify, Amazon, iTunes,
Mhm.
they're all kind of with their streaming services. A lot of artists are releasing, a track or, just a few tracks
Yeah.
at once, right?
it doesn't need to be an album. That's
So,
true. Yeah.
so we might try doing that approach more just to kind of give us the ability to experiment between recording projects and as well to just, release a few tracks and just market the crap out of those
Yeah.
and get them out there and then, move on to the next rather than, necessarily trying to record the whole album at once, which, it can be
Expensive.
expensive,
Yeah.
time consuming, and
Yeah.
sometimes.
And then you release it, and then what? You've got the album out, right?
Well,
like,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
it's like it's all out there,
Well,
and
I
it's
think
like,
you
oh,
can't
back
milk
to the
it
writing
anymore.
board again.
I think an album makes sense if you have a storyline throughout all the songs.
Yeah.
Like if you're creating songs, let's say love
that's a good
love
point.
songs about
That's
this
a
girl,
good
that
point.
girl, whatever, then you can release them as individuals. But if you have a story, like I don't know, Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the
Right.
Moon, that kind of
Absolutely.
has a story,
Yeah.
and you need to listen to that beginning to end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of
Absolutely,
Oz,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Our songs are all about political issues, getting drunk, and love.
Yes, dude.
Honest to God.
Although the Pink Floyd is Dark Side of the Moon, that's a great example. One of my favorites, actually, Dub Side of the Moon, Easy All Stars.
Oh yeah.
They do all that whole
Yep.
album, but with groovy reggae dub kind of
Mhm.
thing.
Yep.
And it's just fantastic. One of my favorites. We might even do a song off there as one of our covers. So we do a few covers here and there too, of classic ska tunes, or even the odd kind of pop song or song that's well known, and just change the style into ska.
Right.
It's always fun. Do something that people recognize a bit, but not necessarily in the style that they're used to hearing it.
Right.
And
Dude, I freaking love that. Forgive me, Ben. I do have to reference Mini Vandal here again on that. But I was telling Ben before, well, and I'm sure you guys heard, but for you guys, I was telling Ben before we sat down to record here that one of my favorite Mini Vandal songs is a mashup they did, which I think can only be found on YouTube.
Yes.
But it was a mashup of the Sonic the Hedgehog theme song, and then it rolls into Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
What was the Beastie Boys song again?
Make Some Noise.
Make Some Noise. So it
Yeah.
goes from Sonic the Hedgehog and rolls into Make Some Noise, and I just freaking love it,
That's
man.
pretty cool. You
that's-
send it to me, and I listened to it.
Dude, my
couple of days
kid
ago.
freaking loves it too. My kid started a little YouTube channel, and he does all, I don't know what the hell he's doing
I
on
thought you were
there.
gonna say
But
my kids started a ska band.
yeah, no. But he really wanted that version for his theme song or whatever. So yeah, it's a great tune. So I get it, I respect it, and love it as well. I think that's a freaking
These
great
guys,
idea.
you guys did great work, like musical and videos. They got really good videos too.
Hell yeah! So
That's why he's in your band.
Yeah.
That's why he is in my band.
Thank you. Continue to do great work.
For sure Skaravan has been in a studio and done some recordings before, but you had mentioned earlier it's basically to find the right studio where everybody can fit in there and do it the way your vision is, right?
Yeah.
Like it sounds like it's a combination of a few things, right? Like the right studio, the right producer,
Yeah. The right producer too.
money.
Money is very important. Money.
Big one.
The producer is very important though, man.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes, if a producer has like a different, if they're not familiar with the style we play at all, they're gonna try to take it to the mainstream stuff, which is pop, rock, country,
Right.
or whatever. And it had happened to me before, where they're trying to like bend my songs into that, and I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate
Yep.
it. So that's why that's why I need to find the right producer. That's not gonna push me to do that type of stuff, but it's gonna help me instead, because
Yep.
he or she knows what I want. Yeah.
I kind of want to bring it back to, I guess, a couple points there. So it is it's hard to find someone around here, I guess, that's that experienced and the right fit. Like we kind of need to look for somewhere to find someone who has that
Maybe
idea.
outside of the country. I don't know.
Possibly.
Yeah.
And it's also like you mentioned earlier, we've had there's been a lot of members through Skaravan and stuff, but within Saskatchewan, like the musician pool that knows how to actually like play ska well, or knows what it is, very small to draw from. I think you ended up you were like a large part of the time you spent early on was trying to train people how to actually play
How to actually play
the genre.
Interesting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have to train everybody. This song is called, what is it called? 5446? 5456? We say, oh, stick it up, mister. Stick it on, mister. Oh, stick it on, mister, yeah. Oh, stick it on, mister, yeah. Oh, you believe the things said to me? I said, on the policeman. I wouldn't do that, no, I wouldn't do that. And if I do that, I said, mister, would you give it on to me? But I said no. I said no. I'm not a fool to hurt myself, 'cause I was innocent. It was wrong to me. It was wrong. It was wrong. Listen up, man. Oh, give it to me. One time. Oh, there it goes. Give it to me 2 times. Give it to me 3 times. Yeah. Give it to me 4 times. 54, 5, 6 was my number. Oh yeah. Right now, someone else has that number. I tell you one more time. 54, 5, 6 was my number. Was my number. Yeah, now someone else has that number. Oh, rabadi bidi 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 rabadabadi dum dum da da ya ba da da hey 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 hey. Oh, rabadi bidi bidi ram da 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 re da me da da hey da da re ba da ba bum de hey 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 hey. Everybody, let's go say 54, 5, 6, man. 54, 5, 6 was my number. Oh yeah. 54, 5, 6 was my number. Oh yeah. 54, 5, 6 was my number. Was my number. 54, 5, 6 was my number. Yeah. 54, 5, 6 was my number. 54, 5, 6 was my number. I'll tell you one more time. 54, 5, 6 was my number. Yeah. 54, 5, 6 was my number. Listen up. Give it to me 1 time. Give it to me 2 times. And give it, 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 give it. No, 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 no. Take it over that trumpet, man. Give us a solo, brother. Ah. Oh yeah, 54, 5, 6 was my number. Oh yeah, 54, 5, 6 was my number. I'll tell you one more time, everybody. 54, 5, 6 was my number. Oh yeah, 54, 5, 6 was my number. Everybody at home say 54, 5, 6 was my number. Was my number. 54, 5, 6 was my number. I'll tell you one more time. 54, 5, 6 was my number. Oh yeah. 54, 5, 6 was my number. Listen up, says, oh, give it to me 1 time. Boom. Because it sounds like an easy type of music to play, but because it's like on the offbeat. And everybody in here, right, is used to like rock, country, whatever, which is on the,
on tempo.
You would be shocked.
It's super tricky for guitar players, for bass players. You'd be shocked at how tricky it is for people in here, man.
Interesting. So do you think you have all the musicians that are in Saskatchewan that can play ska in your band?
Right now, yes.
Or have been in there at one point, possibly?
At least 2/3. At least 2/3 of them. Yes, absolutely.
Heck yeah. Now I have another question. It's probably a stupid one, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Probably.
Because you've got so many members in the band, how the hell do you guys make any money doing it? Because I know what...
That's not a stupid question.
I know what venues are paying to have bands come and play, and we're not talking big bucks here. So when you have to split that up between 7 or 12 other members, how do you justify doing that?
Well, we were just talking about that.
Good management.
Yeah, good management. We're just talking about that. Well, we don't play for free. We don't play for free. I usually like to, so all the guys, like get at least $150, per gig. If more, but that's the minimum that we try. So, and if that's not going to be the payout, we just don't play. Basically, that's it. There's no need to play, like everywhere, just because. Back in the day, when we just started, yes, because we were doing it for fun. We were talking about this in the car, actually. we were doing it for fun, so playing for a couple of beers and a sandwich. Okay, it was okay. We just wanted to play. But now, like times are tough. And this is very time consuming. We rehearse a lot, like our show is very structurized. So it might look up there like we're just like doing whatever and having fun and all, but it's very structurized. So you need to rehearse that a lot. And then, bringing all your equipment and everything, it's a lot of time.
Absolutely.
And
travel, so you need to make at least a little bit of money, at least $150 each, like to go and play somewhere. Sometimes, we can size down, if so we say, well, we got this gig, but it's in a very small venue, whatever. So we have sized down up to like 4 people in Skaravan and play them.
Yeah, that's a big advantage to the band, is the way that things are structured, even like musically and I guess operationally. We can pare down to those small numbers and still play an effective show. Like you guys, I think you did what Haywire Fest this year was
with 4 people.
Four person thing. Everybody loved it. As far as I don't know. I didn't get to play that one, but
Well, that makes me wonder.
Yeah.
So if and when that, let's call it a problem, arises, just for lack of a better word, who makes the decision of which mates get to perform?
goes?
You do, right?
Yeah.
I get to make the tough decisions.
Hell yeah.
we fight to the
Yeah.
death and then hire a new member.
But often though, it's just kind of made out of like
Who can make it? Who can
just
make it to the
who
show?
can
And then
make
we
it, and then who can
and then
play
we
what,
see, yeah.
and because we have done gigs where we've changed the instrumentation, same members or most of the same members, but sometimes
On different instruments.
Yeah.
So you need the core. Like I think you need your core rhythm section.
Yeah, you need the core section and at least one brass instrument.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
if we need to travel far, for instance, and the payout is not going to be very well, right? I tell the guys, look, this is what we got. So we're doing a small, who's willing to go basically.
Yeah.
And boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And then you make a decision. If you have to kick someone out,
Right? then that's
decision.
heck yeah.
All the
I think we kind of gauge the importance of a gig, because usually if we're doing something like that, it's going to be for a gig that is, maybe smaller, kind of to benefit like a community, that, so it's kind of like we're doing, maybe taking a bit of a pay cut or whatever to do something
To support
special,
the cause
to
or
support
yeah.
something special, exactly. But in general, like being somewhat in complex setup, that we have between our monitoring for everyone to hear each other, and then miking all the instruments up and everything. We have to make it worthwhile, so it kind of depends a lot on what the venue has for their sound system and that kind of thing, and if they have a sound man and that sort of thing, or if we have to rely on bringing that stuff ourselves, then obviously that's
a lot of factors.
That's going to cost substantially more, because we have to bring. It's not really feasible for the most part, even though we've done it before to do our own sound. It's much better to have someone else out there, preferably.
So then we got to charge more basically if we need to do that, right?
Yeah.
So
this
the
is
price
also
varies.
one of the things that we're working on too is kind of having our own regular sound man, because it's one thing to do sound, but it's also another thing to be familiar with the band that you're doing sound for. So you also can do a much better job because you know what to expect in terms of the volume levels that everyone has.
Absolutely.
Or the tendencies that's someone has to yell in the mic and then be really quiet in the mic or whatever. Or that so and so always forgets their batteries, or
That's a frequent thing, frequent issue among a lot of artists.
Batteries in our backpack.
This is our tech guy. So
Hell yeah.
I always bring 20 extra of everything. So I got like
my
20
strings. He always gets
turntables.
me covered
Hell
because
yeah.
he knows I break strings.
Yeah, he saved
like
us
I
today
said.
there with some extra cables. So
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
awesome.
Always.
That made it even
that's
better.
Evil's. That's Evil's main job. Second job is to play bass. Main job.
I said in the parking lot when we were loading up to go on the way here, I was like, man, this seems a little bit overkill. And Evil's like, no, it's better to be prepared. And lo and behold.
And I think you said that when you walked in too. You're like, I brought a lot of stuff, man.
Joel's saying is, I'd rather have it and not need it than
need it and not have it.
Yeah.
Well, I pack for gigs like I'm, preparing for the apocalypse. But
He does. Man. But it always, it works out. Always saved our butt a lot of times.
Hell yeah.
Especially my butt.
Well, we freaking love the shit out of you guys, man.
Yeah.
I want you guys to know that you're part of this little herd that Mark and I have curated over the last 5 years here. So I just want to be very clear that if you guys ever have anything you want to promote or you just want to come and shoot the shit with us and hang out with us, the door is wide freaking open.
Thank
just
you very
hit us
much.
up, man.
Appreciate
you guys
it.
can come back on any flipping time.
If you can just tell the people in the camera where people can find you online.
Oh, yeah. Skaravan.ca. SKARAVAN.ca.
And we do have a little something to promote, right? We got a show.
Oh, we got a show coming up.
right
Yeah,
away.
we got a show coming up
Yeah.
on October 25th. So we're gonna be playing with Fire Alarm Funk. That's gonna be at the Capitol, and then we have another show on November 9th at the 3-hall public house. 3-hall, what used to be the Hose and Hydrant.
Okay.
Yeah, they have like a little. That's gonna be different, man, because it's a very small venue, and we're gonna have to play with a cajon instead of a drum kit, and we've never done that. So
Before I do let you guys go, are you comfortable saying the names of the other members of Skaravan?
Oh, absolutely.
Who aren't
I
here
don't
with us
know.
today?
So we got, I don't know. Well, we got Alexandra Miller on drums, Ben Portoski on trumpet, me, Felipe Guerra, guitar singer, Ivo Del Canto on bass, Michael Kirif on trombone. We got Michelle Lee Klassen on the saxophone, and we have Anna Beckley on the violin, actually.
Hell
Beautiful
yeah.
violin
We are
player.
a
Violin,
ska
yeah.
band with a violin.
With a violin, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you look at
Beauty.
that?
You
love
don't
it.
see that very often.
No.
I love it.
Me too. Me
Yeah,
too. And
awesome.
promise me next time you guys come back on that we'll have all of you here.
Oh, we'll try it.
We'll
I
try.
don't know if we can all
they
fit in the van.
I don't think they can make that promise.
We'll come to you and we'll do it.
Yeah,
We'll do
there
it in
you
the
go.
studio. When you find that
There
studio and
you
you're
go. When
recording
we
the
finally
album,
find
we're
that
going to
studio,
come pop
yes.
by.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We'll
yeah.
come swing over for an hour.
Absolutely.
But,
yeah.
dude, man, I freaking love all the love and respect to you guys. We're big fans, man. Come back anytime.
And thanks
Thank
for
you
making
very
the
much,
drive.
guys. Yeah,
Thanks
for having us
absolutely.
out.
We enjoyed
And-
the time too.
For those of you at home, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.
Make sure you check out Thursday. New episodes from
Anything Else podcast.
Anything Else podcast.
Hell yeah. Thanks, gentlemen.
Adios.
Adios. Ciao.
Boom.